Hello everyone, my name is Katie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a reading vlog for Battle of the Booktubers, and today I'm going to be reading, or at least starting, because I'm learning that these take me a while. I am starting recommendations from Booktuber D. How I feel about these recommendations? Surprised, I think, because I do believe that Booktuber D is Leandra, and the recommendations that Booktuber D gave me do not scream Leandra. So I will be shocked and surprised, but at the same time, I did process of elimination, and I truly think this is Leandra. I have not heard of either of these books. So the books I was given is The Art of a Scandal and Ink, but I've never heard of either of these books before, so I don't know much going into it. They're both romance books, which I'm not complaining about at all. So what I will say is that I have started The Art of a Scandal, and I am so intrigued and I am so pleasantly surprised so far. I'm maybe 5% in, to be completely honest, like not far at all, but I'm really enjoying it. From what I understand so far, we are following Rachel and Matt. Matt is the mayor of this town, of this city, and Rachel has been his wife for like 13-15 years, and their marriage is bad. Their marriage is bad. The marriage is for show. It is so clear. They've gone to coupling, they've done like all the counseling and things like that, but nothing is helping. And so one day Rachel finds out that her husband has not been faithful, and it seems like she's going to start an affair. I don't know where it's going to go. That's the vibe I'm getting. Right now, she's just out kind of like licking her wounds, if that makes sense. But I am so curious where this is going to go. It is short. It is less than 300 pages. So I'm hoping I'll be able to like finish it quickly, especially because do I have time to add this to my TBR? No, I don't. I just decided on the whim, oh, I should probably pick it up. So that's where we're at with that. I'm really actually enjoying it so far, so we'll see where it goes. Hi friends, it's been a little bit. Vlogging has been incredibly hard. I just don't have the time to sit down and really talk about the books that I'm reading or like, film. So I did want to talk about The Art of Scandal because I did finish it by Regina Black. This book did not go how I thought it was going to go. Let's start there. When I originally got into this book, very excited, and I still think it was a good book, but let's talk about where it went wrong in my opinion. So I thought this book was going to be about a woman scorned, because like she found out her husband was cheating on her. It was devastating, and I thought she was going to go out and kind of have her own little affair, and it was going to be fluffy and like just like more entertaining, like dramatic, if that makes sense. I didn't expect there to be like heavy plot points in this book. I didn't see that coming. Especially because the book is under 300 pages, I just thought it was going to be quick, fun, messy time, if that makes sense. Kind of like Magnolia Parks, but like not so long. I don't know. So I really enjoyed Nathan's character, and he is the young artist that Rachel meets. They're kind of working together on this art exhibit, but they meet before then when Rachel is in a very low point in her life because she finds out that her husband's cheating on her. And when you've been with somebody for so long, I think it hurts worse when you have kids and you're married and all this stuff. There's a lot more at stake, in my opinion. I don't know. The issue is that, again, I feel like the relationship between Nathan and Rachel was more serious than I was hoping for. I was really hoping for things to just be fun, for them to kind of have their own messy romance, but like I don't know if I really needed it to develop into like any kind of relationship, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, Nathan's worth it. Nathan is a great guy, and I totally want him to find his happily ever after, but very rarely do you ever, leave your husband and the next person you date is your forever person. Very rarely does that happen. It's usually a rebound because you've been with somebody for so long. I'm not saying that's what happens for everyone. Obviously, there are exceptions. There are, outliers, 1000%. But usually when you've been with somebody for so long, you kind of go through a phase where you're just like, cool, I'm going to date. I'm going to see what's out there. Or I want nothing to do with men or women or whatever. So it just wasn't super believable in that fact. And again, it just was more drama focused than I thought. there was not a lot of fun. I wouldn't say that I was ever like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I usually felt like this is so sad. Everyone's got so many like not fun things happening for them. So again, it's just the tone of the book was very, very different than what I was expecting. So in my opinion, it's probably a 3-star. Like, it's middle of the road. It's not bad, right? Like, it's a quick read. You can get through it very, very quickly. I finished it in a day and a half. When I definitely had no time to pick up this book, I still was able to finish it. So it reads very quickly. The background of the characters, like, it's fine. It's fine. I definitely think the characters could have been better fleshed out. I think the relationships could have been better fleshed out. So it is what it is. Is it going to be a groundbreaking book? Probably not for most of us. But is it a quick and easy book for you to read with some drama and intrigue? Sure. So it's a book I may recommend depending on the person. I always love a good messy book, so I'm just kind of sad that this one just missed a little. But that's okay. That's okay. We still have Ink by Elizabeth Hunter, which I'm very, very excited about. Tattooed boy, bookstore girl. I'm in. I'm invested. So I'm hoping this will change everything up and it'll be a good way to end the vlog, if that makes sense. Not all books can be a winner. That's okay. I have high hopes going into the next one. So yeah, I will touch base with you guys in a little bit. Hi guys. So many things to talk about. One, I'm filming on my new camera. I'll insert like a little picture here. I can't believe it. I can't believe I have a camera. This is so exciting. But I did just finish Ink by Elizabeth Hunter and it was like super cute. I'm outside of my job and people are doing stuff, so it's a little loud. Essentially, we're following Emmy and she inherits this bookshop from her grandma, and her and Ox is a tattoo artist who is looking for a job. They decide to work together, right? It's very cute. It is a very fast read, very lighthearted read. Things are very low stake. I feel like the mistakes that these characters make and like the tension and things like that, they're things that don't linger. They're things that get resolved quickly. So if you're looking for like a low angst, like lighthearted small town vibe, this book would be a good fit. Ox is, you would assume he's rough around the edges, right? You would assume that he's like this tough guy, like doesn't talk about his feelings. Like you would think he's very stereotypical, right? But he's a softie. He's 1000% a softie. And when he falls so hard. And I really liked him and Emmy together. I feel like they are the perfect complement of like opposites attract. Like you would never put these two people together, but that's why they fit so well. I really enjoyed their chemistry. I do feel like some of the conversations they needed to have didn't happen. Some of the situations that they were working through, I felt like were resolved too quickly and not very realistically, especially based on like their personalities. I feel like with Emmy being the overthinker and the person who catastrophizes, that how some of these things were resolved would not actually make her feel better, if that makes sense. I feel like there would be no resolution based on how some of the things were handled. Go into this knowing that, like, again, things resolve quickly. If you're expecting things to be super realistic, I'm not sure that this is the correct book. This is very heavily focused on the idea of like the romance and they can make it through anything kind of vibes. I wish we would have gotten more time to get to know the side characters. I wish we could have fleshed out their story a little bit more, because I think they're some of the best parts of this book, but I just don't feel like I know them well enough to feel a connection to them. And that's unfortunate, because I don't think this book is part of a series. I'm pretty sure this is all we get with these characters. I don't know what to do with that information. I just wish we could have had a little bit more time with them. I had a really good time with these books. They were so different from each other, right? So The Art of Scandal was, you know, about infidelity, about an affair, about marriage in trouble, about a lot of betrayal and things like that. And then on the flip side, we had this really sweet romance about a bookstore owner and a tattoo artist, and they could just not be more different. I definitely think if I had to choose one, I would say that Ink is the superior book in the two that I read here. I definitely had a more enjoyable time reading Ink than I did The Art of Scandal. So if there's a winner,
if we can do that. I'm not sure if we can in the rules, but if we can, Danny, the winner for me in this vlog would be ink. So do with that information what you will, which to me tells me that it has to be a 4-star, because I'm pretty sure I gave The Art of Scandal a 3.5. So we're going to bump ink to 4, and I think that's where it's going to stay. Hi everyone, it's Editing Katie coming back at you to do a closing clip, because apparently past Katie was like, you know what? You'll deal with it later, and ended things abruptly and couldn't close out the vlog that way. So I just wanted to touch base a little bit on the books that I read for this vlog, which were The Art of a Scandal and Ink, and the ratings, just in case I wasn't super clear in my video. So for Art of a Scandal, it is a 3-star, and for Ink, it is a 4-star. I know I already talked about the fact that I think Ink is the top book in this vlog. I really did have a good time. I will never complain when it comes to tattooed men and bookstore girls. They are just, I love opposites attract. It's also why I love Grumpy Sunshine so much. So I really, really enjoyed these books. I think I'll need to read another book by this author. Maybe by both authors, right? Because I enjoyed myself in each. So I'm curious, I think I'm going to have to do at least one more book from each author to get a good feel for whether or not these authors are for me. So all in all, great time, fun books. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!